tone that he was taking, the sort of air of detachment that he seemed to have. He was just playing along with my attempts to get him to negotiate.
Let's bring in Nigel Farage, GB News host, former EU Parliament member, and former UK Independence Party leader. Nigel, it's always great to have you on. I mean, it just seems right there that Boris Johnson kind of acknowledging that maybe Vladimir Putin wasn't all that serious, which is not to say that Vladimir Putin wouldn't use a missile, but in this case, maybe not.
Well, look, I mean, the press have jumped all over this, you know, big newspaper headlines, Putin threatened to assassinate Johnson, but if you go through the whole of the clip, he begins by saying, well, it was sort of a threat, and this is what he said, or something like that is what Johnson says, and then, you know, you get that sort of softer tone at the end. So, as ever with Boris Johnson, you know, lots of personality, lots of colour, good story. But when it comes to facts, when it comes to detail, when it comes to the absolute truth, I think Boris Johnson's relationship with those things is somewhat loose, to put it mildly. So, you know, impossible for us to know the truth of it. The Kremlin have absolutely, as your report says, described it as lies. It's very difficult to take Boris Johnson absolutely at his word, is all I would say.
Yeah, and on the flip side, you know, Vladimir Putin is not exactly, you know, an honest person. I want to move on because the same Kremlin spokesperson who said that this whole thing was rubbish, that Boris Johnson was making it up, also went on to say, quoting here, Ukraine keeps demanding new weapons, and the West is encouraging those demands. It's a deadlock. It results in a significant escalation and makes NATO countries increasingly involved in the conflict. What do you think of that? They're saying, you know what, you shouldn't do this. You can't do this. Keep giving weapons and hope this war is going to end. Your thoughts?
Well, look, I mean, the Russians, of course, are throwing an awful lot at this, and I think many of us expect there to be a spring offensive, which is why various NATO members have made commitments over the last couple of weeks. Although, you know, we're going to send them 14 1-4 tanks. Even the American promises of Abraham tanks are perhaps up to a year away. So we are supporting, and, you know, a lot of missiles that we've sent to Ukraine. But I think, actually, the truth is, we're a little bit fearful. We want to show a gesture that we don't approve of what Putin's done invading Ukraine, but we're a bit half-hearted, to be honest with you, when it comes to absolutely getting involved. Now, you know, I suspect the truth is that this war in Ukraine is going to drag on for many, many years.
Yeah, you could be right on this, but I want to get your point on because, you know, the former Obama Defense Secretary Bob Gates was slamming President Biden for not doing a lot of this stuff sooner. Listen to him and I'll get your final response.
This could have been done sooner. And, you know, they're talking about it potentially being 6 months, a year or more before the Abrams tanks get there. I think the key thing about the Abrams tank decision was that it unlocked the Germans.
Which goes to your point, Nigel, which is this thing could go on for a long time. If the U.S. isn't concerned about getting Abrams tanks there for 6 months or a year, it could be a protracted battle.
Yes, it could be, and you have to remember at the end of the day, these decisions that are being taken in London and in Washington, D.C., this is taxpayers' money that is involved here. And I don't think any of us want our governments to irresponsibly send too much money.
Yeah. Nigel Farage, great to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.